Alright, YouTube. It is the Bat Nerd here, and it is a Super Saturday. And of course, since I have no superhero movies to review, this week I thought I would do a ranking, and that is on the X-Men franchise. So, I ranked up all the X-Men movies here, and here's what I've ranked up. Now, this will not have Dark Phoenix because it is not out till November. I was going to do something like this then, but I thought I can't wait that long. We're in February, so here they are. X-Men movies ranked from 9 to 1. So, again, these movies are all ranked up in my opinion. So let's get on with it. So, coming in at number 9, it is X-Men Days of Future Past. No, sorry. I ballsed up there. It is X-Men The Last Stand, the third installment of the series. Now, this one, to me, I remember going to see it in cinemas when I was 15. I thought it was okay. It wasn't brilliant. For me, Wolverine saved it, though, but yeah. Looking at it now, I kind of do think it could have been done better. It's not the best installment, and I think it was missing Bryan Singer. But yeah, it's also the least popular one in the series. And it wasn't the last one either. Number 8, X-Men Days of Future Past. That's the one I meant to say now. So, Days of Future Past. Now I like this one because Wolverine went back in time, and both franchises from the old and new cast came together. But one thing I think that ruined this movie was a lot of rogue scenes got cut, and I reckon Anna Paquin must have been real pissed off because she ended up just having a cameo by walking down the hallways. But yeah, there were scenes where she was meant to take over for Katie because she was badly wounded, and she used her powers on Katie, took hers, and she'd take over for Wolverine, and yeah, that got cut, and I thought that was a bit of... Looking at that, I kind of think that was a dick move to do, but whether it was time or something, I don't know, but yeah, I think it might have been a better movie if they did go through with Anna Paquin and not cutting her scenes. Next, at number 7 is X-Men Origins Wolverine. Now, this, when it came out in 2009, had mixed reviews. I personally liked it, but it was kind of on an origin story that I kind of already knew or had a rough idea of. The action was okay in that, but there was a lot of plot holes in it, including Deadpool. I mean, what the fuck were they doing there? I have no idea. But yeah, not the best start of the prequels in the X-Men series, but I have to say Hugh Jackman's performances improved for each of those, but X-Men Origins Wolverine has to be his least favorite of mine. Next at number 6 is X-Men Apocalypse. Now, I like this one. I just didn't think it was as good as it was meaning out to be. I mean, I like the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, but the way Apocalypse was portrayed in this by Oscar Isaacs, he just didn't look all badass to me. He looked just blue, and yeah, there were a lot of, I don't know, I didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't my favorite either, so, and I had to put something there, so it's Apocalypse. Number 5, it's X-Men First Class. The second of the prequels, following the early days of Charles Xavier and Magneto, how they were young people, how they came across one another, all that stuff. I think it was a great origin story for them. I just don't get why he was walking when he grew into Patrick Stewart in Last Stand and Wolverine. You know, I don't get that, but maybe because it's a reboot in the timeline from Days of Future Past. That's another thing Days of Future Past did. They changed the future so it, altered and stuff. Okay, number 4 is X-Men, the first movie. Now, back in its day, superhero movies weren't the strongest, but I think X-Men put that on the map, and they did improve it, the superhero brand, and this was the first in the series, and I liked it as a kid, and I still think it's good now. Excuse me. Okay, top 3. So number 3 is X2, X-Men United. Now, I thought this sequel was better than its predecessor. In fact, I liked the first movie, but I loved the second movie. There were more characters in it. There was, Nightcrawler and all that. I loved it. It was a great sequel, and no wonder it made a third movie, but the third movie just didn't do it for me. And at number 2, it is The Wolverine. Hugh Jackman in his solo spin-off set in the present day, and it's in Japan. He gets reacquainted with an old friend. Yeah, it was brilliant. A lot of good action sequences in there. Yeah, I just loved Hugh Jackman in this movie as Wolverine. Also, I thought the mid-credits scene kind of set things in motion for Days of Future Past with the cameo from Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. But, yeah, that's just missed out on my number 1 spot. So number 1 is Logan. Yes, Logan. The ninth installment in the saga, where Hugh Jackman takes one last bow and has his claws out one last time. This time it's in a dystopian future where mutants are outlaws, and, Logan's growing old, his powers are failing, he's looking after a senile Charles Xavier and stuff. Yeah, Charles Xavier just doesn't have it anymore, senile. Only a couple of years after Days of Future Past, how that ended, where it was in the future. So yes, those are my X-Men movies ranked. How would you rank them? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are down below in the description. So till next time, it's Bat Nerd out.